Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the inaugural episode of the Mega Blood Moon Podcast, live from the Sanguine Moonbase.
The rules are simple, and there's only 4 of them. Number 1. The script must be 70 to 90 pages in length, no more, no less. Number 2. Try not to take it too seriously. It's supposed to be something fun. Number 3. The budget for the script is whatever is in your pockets, the people you know, and the resources you have on hand. And most importantly, number 4, the moon must explode. At the start, at the end, or somewhere in the middle. The moon must explode. Welcome to the big, stupid party.
All right.
Hey everybody.
Hey!
Yeah. Welcome. That was studio founder and the most fearsome wizard for Mega Blood Moon, Ben Floss.
And
Explain
with us,
the
as
rules
always,
of Mega Blood Moon.
is an unknown Italian whose name escapes me at the moment. And joining us today is frequent Mega Blood Moon collaborator, Mr. Zachary Hines.
Hello.
Now, before we jump in, how you guys feeling good about the man in the mirror today? Because I'm not.
No.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, is there ever a day?
No.
I'm asking him to change his ways. Sorry.
Does anyone?
You can't hit me with the MJ lyric. I'm gonna rock it.
Rock with me
You're lucky.
all night.
Well, to get us rolling, does anyone have anything that they are bringing to the table to start out, or are we starting from a blank slate?
Tabula rasa, baby.
All right, blank slate, I guess.
Which means it means blank slate, right? I'm like 95% sure that's what
I
tabula
think you're
rasa
the only
means.
literate person here. I can't read.
I didn't. I can't remember. I took Latin, like a lot of it, but I don't remember what that is about.
Ben also took a lot of Latin.
Yeah.
I didn't, and here am I walking in the year of Anno Domini 2029.
Here am I am here now.
I feel like, much like its counterpart, Catholicism, you know, Latin's one of those things you try to forget.
Or you just never leave.
Or yeah, you accept it wholly and it
camps.
becomes your spoken dead language.
Mm-hmm. Yo, man, I don't see anyone else getting free wine on weekends. Come on, liquor store's closed. You gotta
Not
go
even
somewhere.
Catholic, you're just an alky. Just go and stand in the Eucharist line.
Going cross town, Eucharist line to Eucharist line.
I got it timed out. I know how to
The
hit
mall.
every Eucharist line in a row before noon.
I mean, it would seem that any kind of monastic following, no matter what culture, makes alcohol.
That's true.
It's
Papist
almost
monks brew
like
the best beer.
an addiction to alcohol can let people control you, much like religion.
Ooh.
Oh.
Going now to our political intrigue specialist, Zach Hines.
You got to get that weekly hit. That's what it is.
It's fucking... We gotta start a religion where the Eucharist is fentanyl.
Yeah. I mean, you know, staying with Michael Jackson, let's go propofol.
Now we're talking my language. I want that shit that they're like, you're not supposed to let this outside of a hospital, and you prescribed it to them?
You need a registered anesthetician to administer this, and yet.
Yes.
Ooh, hold on. The Eucharist malcontent.
Is this about Soma?
Oh fuck, a
Ben,
born-again Christian wrestler starts going to church only to find out that the Eucharist is Soma.
So Sting goes to church and then he finds out.
Which he does now.
Oh yes, no, he's a born again. Yes, you're talking about Sting.
Yeah. Ben, and I think if you make it Eucharist of the malcontent, boom.
Yeah, I think that's not bad.
That's not a bad title.
Sure.
Or it could just be like a small congregation dealing with a tainted Eucharist.
I mean, it could be a small death cult waiting for the moon to explode.
Yeah.
I
like
like
a small, like a Heaven's Gate kind of thing. They're
yeah,
waiting
exactly.
for the moon to explode. The Soma's in the Eucharist.
Little.
I think it would be really cool if you had the priest holding up the Eucharist, and like, you know how they crack it,
And the moon breaks.
that's you have the that's the moon explosion.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's
and
a moon
even
Eucharist.
then, you might not have to start or end it, because if it's just a cult waiting on the moon, or we're following the cult as they do more and more drastic things to bring about the end of the world.
Yes. Now hold on. So waiting for it to go for the moon explosion is a fantastic idea. And the moon explosion we show is when he's cracking the Eucharist in the moonlight, and the Eucharist looks like the moon to all. So you show it from the audience POV, and to them it's the moon exploding.
I was even going to say that would be part of their like prophetic scripture visualized, is him cracking the Eucharist and the moon explodes. Because like, yeah, we could end it with the cracked Eucharist and the moon exploding, but
oh no, I wasn't even thinking as an ending. That's just how you get that in there.
I mean, the hell yeah, then we're working on the same wavelength, because this could just be like an explanation of the beliefs. So we have the moon explode somewhere in between the beginning and the end.
I mean, I'm thinking like Wild Wild Country, where you've got like the main guy, and then you've got the second hand, and that like right hand man is making sure that the prophecies come about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, class. Yeah. You gotta give people botulism in order to sway an election. She really did not have great plans. Shirley was not on top of things at the end there. Rajesh was out of it.
Well, that could be part of the plot struggle, is that the main guy knows the prophecy isn't going to be fulfilled no matter what they do, so he's just trying to keep everything together.
Yeah, he's just the grifter. He doesn't really believe it. Yeah.
He's too far in the soup now.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Like at some point, he's all the way soaked in.
But the second in command like fully believes it and is trying everything in their power to make it come to pass, like becoming more and more and more unhinged, while this guy's like, fuck.
Exactly. Well, they love their peer, their position of power, and they feel like if this guy is proven wrong in any way, they'll lose it, and so therefore they just keep going. And if that means nuking the moon or whatever, yeah.
I would love a moment where they're like, yes, nuking the moon. Obviously, this is the best course of action. We just need to get a nuke. And everyone just kind of looks at each other. Maybe an effigy would be better.
I mean, they could. It could be like be like they try and steer the International Space Station into the moon. There's in an attempt to blow it up.
I'm gonna ask you real quick where the budget for that's gonna come from.
Yeah, so here's because there's a middle ground.
It's miniatures. We're gonna do it all in miniature.
Look, I'm down for that.
There's a middle ground, because Aum Shinrikyo, also known as the people who did the subway sarin gas attacks in Tokyo, right? They tried to build a death ray. So we can borrow from that, where they're coercing or kidnapping scientists to try to get them to do something that they clearly can't do. And that's part of the descent into madness, right? Because you want the second in command is desperately trying to make these prophecies happen, right?
Oh, that.
So they have the thought of like, fuck it, what if we redirect satellites, we put them to the moon? So she kidnaps 2 NASA scientists who clearly cannot do this because they have none of the proper equipment, but they're forced to do it because otherwise they'll be shot.
Well, so not only that, but that comes at like a breaking point for the Jim Jones guy, because he feels like he's finally getting a lid on the situation, and then they're like, oh yeah, we kidnapped these NASA scientists, and he's like, ah, fuck!
Yeah.
Maybe they bring in like a hacker or, one of the NASA scientists to do this, and they start spreading, basically disproving his teachings and stuff amongst the flock.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because they have these 2 guys, and they don't really know. They've never taken hostages before.
Right. Yeah. So they're just like listening to them, and they're like, guys, like, what are you, trying to explain everything, and
that's not how the sun works.
None of this is fucking right.
Yeah. I mean, it could just start with this could be like a flat earther cult.
I like the idea of you start with three scientists and they're arguing when they're being introduced, right? And then the second command shoots one of them, and then there's 2 scientists.
Shoots one of them. That's another like
this,
just like another notch
like
in
the
the
guy,
point of no
this
return.
this isn't even fucking possible. This isn't how any of this works. We have no equipment here. What the fuck are you? And then
the one she shoots isn't even part of a rocket program.
Yeah.
Like, I work with a radio telescope. Do you even know what the fuck
I'm a biologist.
Yeah, I'm a biologist, yeah.
It's a botanist and a biologist, and then she shoots the technical person.
She shoots the only one who could have done anything.
Yeah. Do you understand the amount of equipment I use on a daily basis to achieve something like this? Bang. Just the one looks to the other.
I'm a botanist.
I'm a biologist. Fuck.
I'm a botanist. I'm from FEMA.
I'm a civil engineer. If you wanted a bridge from here to the moon, maybe.
Inspections on the NASA building for OSHA.
Yeah. They kidnapped the janitor from NASA.
Yeah.
I'm a biologist. I'm your janitor.
I'm a janitor.
It's just no habla.
Yo como trabajar en Throw in some digs about homeschooled kids. One of the hostages is sitting there tied up. Homeschooled kid comes in. You know, your shoelaces are tied wrong. Okay. Yeah, you should really use this kind of knot. It's a boating hitch. Okay.
You idiot.
Goes to show that the education system's failing everyone out there. Walks away. Okay. The janitor looking at his shoes.
It'd be funny if the guy saying this, actually, you look down and his shoes are just Velcro.
I was just about to say that. Just about to say that. He's got on Velcro slippers.
Yeah, Velcro slippers are Crocs.
Velcro slippers, Crocs, or galoshes.
Galoshes.
So
visual wise, I feel like this should look like it was shot on a mid-aughts home camera.
That could work. I feel like there's a certain subjectivity to that kind of camera that doesn't quite lend itself for the amount of characters wheeling around.
I feel like this is... I mean, I feel like we shoot it doc style, like Wild Country.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking making it look like a
Yeah.
older
Okay.
doc.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Was,
No, that makes
yeah,
more sense.
like they shot it like they shot it in time, like before let's say before 2012, because that's when they thought this was all
Okay,
going
so
to go
a
down.
little
Oh,
less
sure.
like Sony Handycam, more like upscale HD, like prosumer HDV.
Yeah.
Like early Panasonic.
Like
Mhm.
yeah, like Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a little
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than that.
Have either of you seen Savage Land?
Savage Land.
It's on Tubi. It's free. It's a mockumentary, like a horror mockumentary. But holy shit, is it good?
Okay, that sounds
Because
interesting.
it's like the plot is the only survivor of a town that was completely massacred to the man refuses to speak.
Wow.
And the only
Oh, I fucking did see that movie.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But like the documentary hinges on like what happened that night and why are the surrounding towns blaming this guy so hard until they uncover a reel of film that he shot of the night, and then they walk through picture by picture of what happened to the town. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really fucking
All right.
cool.
That sounds interesting.
But it's very much the parts that are contemporarily shot are very much that style of like HDV. It's very clearly docu style, and it's got that really like wide depth of field that makes everything look like it was shot for like a TV documentary.
Interesting. I mean, we could introduce another element of this where like maybe it's the second time this guy has done this, and his first one didn't work out, and then you can have older footage of that if you wanted.
That's actually, I think that's fucking hilarious, because then we're following him around as he's watching the same thing happen and trying to keep it together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, what's our con man's, like, what's his hurdles? What's going on for him? Because the second in command is very interesting right now.
So, I got a couple of things I wrote down. All right. So this is because I said 2012, right? So this is a quote unquote Mayan death cult, right? Led by somebody who's not Mexican.
I'm picturing like Jack McBrayer as the
Yes. Very,
very white,
very like Midwestern,
genuinely trying to help people or thinks he's doing the right thing. Yeah. Absolutely convinced that it's
Yeah, and this is his second go around because his first cult, which was Christian based, he
no, it was Y2K.
He called the apocalypse. It didn't have. Yeah, but like it was a Christian cult because he's from the Midwest,
sure.
Right? And he had them all hyped up for Y2K. It didn't work, so he went back to the drawing board. He found
then he was like, well, maybe the Mayans did
like,
get it right.
That's such a beautifully mundane way to have a cult fizzle out.
Yeah.
Just Y2K happened.
I mean, you could just have like like it's you just cut back to midnight 1999, when they're going to be when Y2K is happening and like it all fizzles out.
Here's what I'm imagining. So the power cuts off at like 11:50. They're all waiting. The congregation is waiting in dead silence. He's prepared one of those early cellular phones to prove that the world has ended. Dead silence. The bell chimes midnight. They all wait a moment, and he dials a number and like big declaration. As we can tell, the world outside is, and then someone picks up on the phone and goes, "Hello?" And then it's just silence, and it cuts to him current time being like, "Yeah, this one's gonna work."
Yeah, I didn't interpret God's sacred commands correctly because I was worshiping the wrong gods. As it turns out, I was worshiping one God, and there's
exactly.
Is that why you had to leave? Your Kansas compound? No.
It would be truly funny. Maybe he's done this several times. And there's like a Buddhist one. Yeah. He's tried every god.
Shinto, there's Buddhist.
Yeah.
He just jumped between like Orthodox and Catholicism.
Yeah.
I prefer the term voluntary exile.
You eventually come to learn that the second in command is Rasputin.
Holy shit, they're actually a magic wizard.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He is Jafar. The second in command is a Grand Vizier. He is Rasputin. He is Jafar. He is Starsky.
That's why they're so confidently moving forward. Even the guy that she shot doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
That'd be a great end of Act 2 reveal of whoa, 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 whoa! The alchemical process has been complete. Alchemy, what? Huh?
I mean, that could even be the documentary crew's following him into his quarters, and we have a doctored photo of him shaking hands with Mengele. another of Rasputin behind with the czars, and you're like, wait, what? You never say it out loud.
Yes, no, you never actually show that he's immortal.
Okay, so then this is turning into something of a mockumentary.
A bit of one, yeah.
But it
could be more serious, I suppose. But as soon as I said Jack McBrayer, that made me think, yeah, this is not going to be.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, to have the con man has invited someone from the outside to put a good spin on what is clearly going to be another failed cult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And at some point, one of the three members of the documentary crew has to point out, be like, why would he even invite us here if he thinks the world's gonna end? Who's gonna watch the tape?
Maybe the right hand person is slowly poisoning him, like the colloidal silver lady.
I mean, it could be like that, or it could just be that the second in command person is just working faster than the main con man realizes.
Oh, it could be, yeah. He's got this plan where he's gonna make off the night that it's supposed to happen and everything, and make off with all the collections, and then they make it happen.
The con man set the date. The mockumentary crew very rightfully goes I don't even think we're gonna finish editing this by then.
Yeah, right.
And the second in command is actually sticking to that date.
Yes, making it happen.
I love it. It's a great.
Well, even better if the second in command is the most diehard follower, not acting on their own accord, straight up, dead set on what the con man is spewing.
Oh yes, absolutely infatuated with, and yes, to the second in command that he is God.
Yeah, or at the very least, a direct prophet.
Yes, yeah.
Which again, either environmental or a more direct reveal that person is an eternal wizard. Just before the climax, second act going into third is the moment where the second in command becomes just the full big bad, learning that the con man has done this before and isn't very good at it.
Oh, okay. So the second in command finally finds out about the other attempts.
Yes.
At this, and then is like, this one's gonna fucking work, damn it.
Because then we can switch it around, and the con man now is either trying to help stop the end of the world, because that would be bad for business, or is trying to make off with as much as he can and get out of Dodge.
I think the loop that tries
to get out of Dodge is it fits a bit better.
Because then he becomes a second, more mundane obstacle for, I guess, the documentary team, since they're our point of view, they become our protagonists by that point, right? Where they're like, what we gotta get the fuck out of here. That dude is a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Are they featured? Is the documentary crew featured? Or is it more like The Office?
I think that's the turn, is when they realize that dude's an immortal wizard. That is the turn where suddenly they go from being just our point of view looking into them look like you have the camera set down on the ground and you see they're talking. They're like, that dude's a fucking wizard. We gotta get the shit out
Well,
of
like
here.
maybe it could be obvious. Like I love that absolutely is that the camera goes from something that is an objective character to now a very subjective character within the story. It could even be the thing that if we want to set it up as like a half and half, there is one member of the crew he keeps trying to do like interview stuff or narration stuff, and at a certain point the rest of the crew's like, dude, just do it in voiceover. You don't need to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like, because they have the dude with the camera, they have the dude with the boom microphone, they have the dude who's holding the shotgun mic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the dude with a light.
Yeah, it's probably a 3-man crew.
Yeah, the microphone, the person with the boom mic, and then the camera.
Yeah.
And it could even be like, we start out with the... I mean, because I think it would be nice to have someone who is a face of the crew. Not that I don't think the subjective camera being a character wouldn't stand on its own, but just as like a gag to when they start filming more and more stuff they shouldn't be, and him being like, no, let me in there, I can ask questions, and the camera guy's like, just do a voiceover. Just do a voiceover.
Is the interviewer slowly falling for the con?
Oh, yes! Yes! No, it should absolutely end up being the cameraman and the sound guy trying to keep themselves alive.
Yeah. It's an allegory for the current industry.
Yep.
No, hold on. I love this idea.
At some point, if we can just like catch it in a mirror that's behind someone talking crazy, you just see the camera guy and the sound guy look at each other and start taking a step back.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's the reveal that he's an immortal wizard, right? He fucking consumes the soul of
the yes!
And they run out. That's why they drop the camera. It's on the floor. They're like, that dude's a fucking wizard. We have to get out of here.
The camera
it becomes
rolling
their movie.
and you just hear the audio mic'd up. Just, that guy's a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it that he eats the soul of the interviewer, or is it that he transfers his soul into the interviewer?
Either
honestly,
or.
Yeah.
The interviewer has to be rendered obsolete, and turned into a threat.
Can we make the interviewer be Oprah? Sorry, I've been listening to a Behind the Bastards on Oprah lately, and it's
That's incredible. I didn't know they had an episode on Oprah.
Yeah. It's new. Know, it's airing.
For those listening, they say to never talk about new friends with old friends. Kids. Well, we're going to talk about a successful podcast on our podcast.
Whoops.
We're going to talk about Harpo on Oprah. What are we talking about?
Well, that's also if the camera drops, they run away, and then we hear the audio, and then like whatever magic is happening stops, and we see the two of them lean back in. And like just bolt for the camera and run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, maybe is the dropped camera, does it reveal the final frame of the moon exploding?
It could. I mean, that'd be a great way to do it. I don't know if that's the same scene as the wizard taking over someone else's body, or like, I don't know. However he vaporizes the interviewer. I think that's one good dropped camera moment, because that means that like we get a good interaction between who is behind camera and who is behind sound outside of what we already have. It kind of gives them that agency and thought process.
Yeah.
So I think they should come back in, grab the camera, and keep going. I don't think it ends well for them, and if we're going to do the moon exploding at the end, then absolutely he drops the camera, and that's how we see the moon explode, and then everything goes whoop, end of movie.
Gotcha. Or it's maybe they're.
I like the Eucharist explosion.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
But you could have it explode twice.
Well, I mean, you could have. That is interesting. Basically, once we branch out from the camera being POV,
Yeah, because that was my thought. Is they go in, they grab the camera, and then after that, it's shot no longer with the camera.
Exactly. From then on, they are now subject,
traditional,
and it is third-person omniscient, kind of, rather than first-person.
Yeah. Oh, so we leave the camera there, and we're now just following them as an actual movie.
That's
like they have the camera with them still, but they're not using it.
Yeah, maybe he just saves. He just grabs the camera to save the footage, but now it follows them.
That's a fun switch.
It is. That's a very fun switch. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like, we got that on fucking tape. We got to get this footage. We need to get the fuck off this compound.
And then it's them as trying to escape or trying to get away from this cult. As they're ramping up.
They never even consider saving the interviewer. They're just like, we gotta get the fuck off this compound.
No, not for a sec. Yeah, we gotta...
Yeah. What about
I'm
John?
kind of picturing... I'm honestly picturing
John?
the crew from... I'm kind of picturing Groundhog Day. Like their little ENG crew kind of thing. Yeah.
Like
where they all hate...
Sorry.
They all
hate the interviewer. They all hate the talent.
Yeah, Frisky Dingo.
Yeah,
they hate the talent.
It's like a master's thesis student, and these guys are just freelancers, so they're getting paid. Yeah. but the minute he goes, they're like, yeah, we're not getting paid. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Should we go to the cops with this footage? Sure, I don't care. Whoever needs it.
Whoever will pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whoever will fucking, you know who gets the footage? Whoever will.
Yeah, the camera guy is that's. I think that's his opinion, and then the audio guy is the only one that's like, we should save her.
No.
Do you think there's a way to reverse that? I don't care.
I would like for them to be like, they don't actually believe that the moon will explode. They think they're just crazy people, and they're like, we got to get the fuck out of here because this is getting weird. And I like the idea of the moon exploding anyways, that somehow they did accomplish it.
Well, but I think that would be a great inversion along with the third-person camera view, once the wizard reveals themselves to be really a wizard, I think that's also a moment for the camera and sound guy to be like, oh shit, they might actually blow up the moon.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, once you see a magical element, you're like, oh, fuck.
Well, I think we gotta... And that'd be a great moment of, I don't think either of them care about the interviewer, but I do think at a certain point they're like, oh, fuck, we might have to stop them from blowing up the moon.
Right, or maybe they... Does the interviewer get sacrificed? Does the con man get sacrificed by the second in command?
Here's my thought process that I just drew in a weird diagram.
Okay.
Right? They find out he's a wizard when the interviewer gets either he morphs into the interviewer's body, he sucks the soul out of the body, doesn't matter. Interviewer's taken out of the picture, wizard's still there. They leave. We have like we got to get our shit together scene, right? So they head off in the direction trying to get out of there. They bump into the cult leader who was in the process of looting the treasury, right? And so they try to barter passage with him because he's got a fucking SUV full of all of everything that's worth of value, and he's getting the fuck out of Dodge. And then some of the cult members like see them. And they're like, oh, they're trying to escape. And they're like, is that the leader? So the leader hops in the car, takes off. And that gets them dragged to the cult ceremony that the wizard is now leading.
Can I add one thing to that? Because I love all of that, but can I add one thing?
Of course you can add one thing. This is freeform.
Well, because I just want to sandwich this directly into that exact chain of events. Cult leader leaves, snatches the camera first.
Yeah, 100%. No, not first. As he's pulling away, he leans out the window and grabs the fucking camera. Like it's the last guy getting in the fucking helicopters as they're.
Well, it's also like now he needs evidence that he didn't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's covering his ass. He sees his moment. He takes it and takes off.
Of course, he leaves the sound guy and the camera guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But, like, just in terms of, we already have the main impetus for it to switch to third person. Now we have no option but to be in third person.
Yeah.
That, and it gives us a beautiful, either, like, during the credits or end credits of him rolling on himself driving, being like, alright, so, none of that was my fault.
I'm not liable. I'm not liable.
This is not an admission of guilt. I want to make that clear right now.
It would be kind of awesome if he just starts, like, recording, you know, basically his next pitch for a cult.
Oh, yeah. All right. Think, Jimmy. Think. All right.
It's
All right.
running in the
out.
it's
That
just
one
running in
all
the
right.
seat
All right.
next to him, filming nothing.
Yeah.
Or it's running and it can see in the rear view mirror. And it's just it being like, all right. What haven't I done yet? Hospitalia.
All right.
Now that's one. That's a little out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Might be.
And then the moon explodes and you just hear, uh-oh.
He's just like, wow, they really did it.
Yeah! Uh-oh. Damn, they really did it. Huh.
I was fucking. No. Just. I was fucking right.
I am a prophet.
Silence. I was fucking right? I'm a fucking prophet! And then cuts out.
Yeah, he finally actually believes it.
Yeah.
Just his last words are, "This one worked," and then it just cuts out.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this one worked. Yeah, that kind of
right.
sentiment.
This one worked!
Fuck! Yeah, he's just like, I'm right. He's so excited to be right.
And then everything starts shaking. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. His car just starts lifting off the road.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
No matter what in my life I do, I just want, at least once in everything ever, for someone to die with a whoop.
Whoop. Oh.
Whoop. It's the best part of Hard Target. It's the greatest part of Hard Target. When Lance Henriksen rips the fucking fuse out of a grenade and goes, ha ha! And then it sparks and he goes, whoop! And then blows up.
Yeah. Blows the fuck up.
Just more movies need people dying with a whoop. Uh-oh.
I mean, it's pretty realistic. Like, especially in like Florida, I imagine that happens a lot.
Oh yeah. Just a gentle ooh.
Yep.
Oh, you got one of them gators down that small hole?
Oh, I don't know if I sent this to you, Tony. I meant to send it to you as
right
well.
down the throat.
I saw a meme that was
the throat of a gator.
That's just like California wildlife forester or forestry officer. I saw a turtle that hasn't been seen in 500 years, and by law I am required to ritually kill myself so as not to disturb its habitat. Somewhere in Louisiana, gator crawls on airboat. Yeah, you're not supposed to feed him more than one bag of marshmallows a day.
I'm just imagining like the fucking like the crocodile from Peter Pan, like cartoonish mouth open, just a man slipping and going, oh, just head first into the wall.
That's just like California forestry officer, very buttoned up, very tidy, uniform very neat.
Yeah.
Louisiana forestry officer, Daisy Dukes and a badge tattooed on his chest.
Yeah. Holding a can of
and holding a Coors Banquet and a bag of marshmallows. Just, yeah, you're not supposed to feed them more than one bag of marshmallows a day, but I like giving them a treat. Isn't that right?
They don't say nothing about fluff. He's just
Who knows
spooning
about
marshmallow fluff.
they ain't got no EPA regulations about fluff. Or crawfish.
Holds up a plastic garbage bag.
Yeah.
We buy our etouffee by the garbage bag. It's economical.
We'll get about a 35 gallon. Doesn't really make a difference.
13-gallon kitchen size.
California wildlife officer holding a gun to a child's head. If you so much as step near that spotted woodpecker, I will pull the trigger.
Fucking
Louisiana. Oh, these are just mine. I didn't buy them or nothing. I just decided they was mine.
Yeah. These are mine now.
I mean, the amount of gator farms there are everywhere in Florida where you can go and pet alligators.
I was just about to say, he's just spreading peanut butter on a child's arm. Now, if it nips you, don't worry.
Yeah. He's just covering himself in fluff.
What's this, y'all?
I'm just picturing like rolling in New York or LA and it's ecstasy, and then rolling in New Orleans and this man's covering himself in fluff and just getting grabbed by a gator for fun.
I'll be back by half an hour.
Yeah.
I don't want most of swamp water washes float around.
Alligator rolled into the swamp. His friends go somewhere else. Half an hour later, he returns. No fluff on him.
Yes, completely no fluff.
They had a pretty good time down there.
Where you go, bon
Goes to order a drink. It's just one finger left on his hand.
Give myself
I'll give myself a course banquet.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want a Miller High Life? I said banquet. You'd rather find me covering myself with crawdad oil going that there swamp and drinking Miller High Life. Did you just come out of the swamp? Everybody was covered in fluff.
I like the idea of a backwoods bayou mega blood moon.
I want to do.
Oh, I actually have a plot for one
I
of
want to
those.
do like a backwoods Louisiana ghost hunter or supernatural like witch hunter so badly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, mine's the mega blood moon that I have with that's set in the bayou is a 2 serial killers who work for a cult.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
the
cool.
character I came up with was just a bayou guy going, werewolf, vampire, Frankenstein, mummy, fire takes care of just about all of them.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that for like a while. Ain't another game
because we were gonna do a Delta Green character out of him, but I just love that guy. Yeah. Just being like 2 FBI agents show up and he's like, "Y'all tax man."
No, we're from the FBI. That's got
3 letters I don't like, and I don't like a lot of blazing with 3 letters.
What kind of a tax man's an FBI?
IRS, FBI, don't matter.
It don't matter none. The gators get them.
Yeah.
What? Yep.
Get them in that small.
Better watch out for them whale gators. Of course, you can't tell them apart from the regular gators except for some jewelry or what's wild misplaced hair, but you know they're out there.
It would be pretty funny if he had like a fluff gun and he just shot them and then gators just come out of everywhere.
FBI shows up. What the hell do you mean there's a mummy in the bayou?
What?
Oh yeah, we get them down here.
We get some of the they don't
I don't know where they wash up from. Some of them speaking I don't know, Egyptian.
You ever had a man speak to you in crow, cross canes, crocodile? I understood.
You see the swamp witches? They create the zombies.
Yeah. There's zombies out here? Well, no,
Now,
it's
boy,
not
I
so
told
much
you
like
to
The Walking
listen.
Dead. No, we don't bite you and you get all weird.
They lure them in with their southern siren song, and then...
It's more of a spell of sorts to make kind of slave labor. It's rather unsavory.
Son, you must be drunker than a tick on something. You come down to Louisiana, you don't know shit about voodoo.
Hoodoo isn't real. Boy, I'll smack your head. That's my mama's belief you talk about.
I thought you city boys knew all about that. I seen them X-Files.
I skeet them Yankees and X-Files.
FBI, huh? You on them X-Files.
Well, I just want to let you know I am per diem. I may not have all my teeth, but I got all my sense. I ain't doing nothing without getting paid.
Do you mind if we interview you? I'm a SAG card holder.
I'm gonna need a contract first.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a contract.
What do you mean you're SAG? I'm very charismatic.
Yeah.
I'll work for scale, but only for nonprofit.
Do you have like I don't know, how would you like to be paid? Chicken bones? Well, chicken bones. Yeah, they keep the witches out my house. I don't like them on my property. And there's something about my property that they like, and I do not want them on my property. So I use chicken bones.
I'll take tea leaves as a second.
Again, you ain't the first alphabet boys come around this way, you know. A couple of them got by the gators. A couple of them got by my gators. It's kind of hard to tell at times.
You ever heard of something called the ATF? Me neither.
Of course, for something I don't believe in, they show up an awful lot.
They sure do love sending me gator food, I'll tell you what.
ATF been keeping my gators fed for a year.
Look at how big my gator is. Oh, yeah. That's your gator? Oh, yeah, this one's mine, right? Yeah, this one's mine.
Yeah,
I mean, they all mine, but that one's mine.
I paint the nails sometimes so I can tell them apart. Sometimes I do get a were gator, though, that already got his nails painted. It does make it confusing, because I only got so many colors.
That one's named Dame Judi Dench.
What about the other one? Oh, that's...
We got Princess Diana.
That one's Sluggo.
That one's
Yeah,
Sluggo.
right.
And that
Sluggo.
one over there is Princess Diana. That's Honorable Prince Henry. There's Dame Judi Dench. And over there is Gup.
Yeah.
Yup. My grandson.
My grandson named that one. Love that boy.
Named him after himself.
Wait, you have a grandson? Yeah. Aren't you like 32? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get busy with nothing to do.
I got a great grandson on the way.
Can't make no grandkids with no gators. Lord,
Well,
I
no,
tried.
I tried it. I thought that's how you got were-gators for a while, but it turns out that's just when you get bit by one. You can't make them naturally, you see.
Imagine my disappointment at you.
Y'all.
Princess Lady Di took it the hardest.
Dame Judi Dench was very understanding through in those tribulations. Gup was great. Gup always great. Gup can play fetch, you know that? You taught him to play fetch? I did not teach him. If you wear a suit, he'll get you.
And bring you to me.
Gup's got more dollars than cents, if you understand what I'm
He'll
saying.
bring you right back, too. Gup understand the American currency system. Do you know that? What? Yeah, he doesn't tell nobody about that, though.
You know where he keeps his money? In the River Banks.
He handles all my day trading.
What are we going on about? You said something about a mummy or some kind of space alien? I tell you what right now.
You got yourself a Frankenstein's monster in my swamp?
Well, we're going to have to take care of that. All right, well, where do we start? Well, first thing is I'm getting my flamethrower.
Second off, get on the fan boat.
Second, get on the fan boat. Where direction did you see that Frankenstein? We don't know where it is. You don't know where I started up the fan boat for no damn reason.
You ain't even brought your own life preservers.
Where's your flamethrowers? Well, we have standard issue pistols. That ain't gonna work on nothing. You're gonna need a flamethrower.
You got silver bullets?
No, do you? Well, no, I got a flamethrower.
No, I got the flamethrower. That's all I need.
That's it. Takes care of most things, turns out. You ain't gotta worry about much when you can set it the fuck on fire.
I just want a scene of someone shooting the flamethrower through the fan.
So it makes it even bigger.
Yeah, so just like, it lights all the things chasing them on fire.
Dude, you fucking hot.
When you said, "Oh, Frankenstein," I think you misspoke because I'm looking at a fuck ton of Frankensteins fires it through the air.
You mean all the Frankensteins?
Every Frankenstein.
15 fucking Frankensteins.
I knew I shouldn't have let no FBI on my fucking property.
I'm starting to picture Fresnel from Hell Baby.
It's like that, but a little more heavy set. Like, I just imagine him as a little bit more heavy set, just with a flamethrower on his back, being like, "No, I don't think you understand. I can take care of vampires."
He just like Bubba Gump, he just starts listing off all the things that fire will kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Very much. Yes. Exactly.
Okay,
now you understand.
Okay. That's what this whole thing is. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mummies, Frankensteins, vampires, creatures from Black Lagoons, creatures from Blue Lagoon,
Streptococcus,
Italians.
Mononucleosis. He starts going through diseases. He starts going through bacteria.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean flamethrowers cure cancer? I mean, it is technically a cure.
If you light a man with cancer on fire, he's warm for the rest of his life.
What about demons? Oh, we don't get demons in Louisiana.
Yeah, we don't. We ain't got no demons.
Ain't no demons in the bayou. They don't like it here.
We got too many ghosts for that.
Y'all know anything about voodoo? Yeah, demons don't like voodoo.
Just picturing, like, when we were talking about the cancer thing, I started thinking about, like, laser treatments. He's just being like, I mean, what's a laser really? It's like a real precise flamethrower.
That's a flamethrower science done cooked up in the lab.
It's like if you squeeze the flamethrower right into a pinprick.
I got me a magnifying glass and I've seen the sun. I understand the concept.
It's one eye, blank.
Yeah. Yep.
Suddenly there's laser guns in the bayou. I love it.
Well, if we want to deal with demons, we're going to have to go see my cousin. Where's your cousin? Oh, she on the property connected by the bayou back there. We can just walk over. What'd she do? She's a witch.
She lives on the garbage barge in the Gulf.
She lives on the garbage barge.
Yeah.
Get in the fan boat.
What's... Let's imagine it's like, which one of the it's not Cranky Kong. Which one's the inventor?
Oh, Brainy Kong?
I don't remember, just whenever they show up to his floating barge, there's just the weapons rack. For that. Now we got some demons coming in, Melissa. You gotta let me have it. Jimothy, I told you credit ain't good here no more.
What?
You stole my chicken bones for the last time.
Now, Fayette, I do got to ask you. You got one of them little demon boys in a bottle that you have sometimes? Yeah, I got one. Well, can I have it?
I need that orphan soul you've been keeping.
We got some Frankenstein on the loose, and I need that orphan soul. You dummy, you don't use no orphan soul against the Frankenstein. Man, I've been trying to get that orphan soul for years.
God damn it.
She always see right through me. She know no fucking Frankenstein gonna need no orphan soul.
Orphan soul. You already an orphan. You ain't got no soul.
I thought she was your cousin. Cousins can be orphans.
And orphans can be
Orphans
wives.
can be wives.
Let's move
And
on.
You
cousins
see, I
can
got
be
the
wives.
cousin, but I don't got the aunt and the uncle, so.
Oh my god, did she grow up in the system? No, she was orphaned at 22.
she ate her parents. That's no big deal.
She ate her parents. I did mention she was a witch.
Mean gumbo maker. Don't ask what goes in it.
Make a hell of a paella.
That was an andouille sauce. Yeah, that was an andouille sausage I could
Yeah.
never forget.
I am so sorry to hear that. Wow, it was delicious.
Ew.
You eat people? Only when offered.
Hell, if I know Uncle Jethro tasted that good, I killed him 30 years ago.
Aren't you 32? Yeah.
Yeah. The crock world down here.
Not mention Gup can juggle. He'll grab you by the hips, throw you right in the air.
The one of the Mega Blood Moon ideas I had was for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've told Tony about this, but like basically, NORAD sees Santa. That was a thing in the 50s when they first.
Oh yeah, no, they
They
actually
still do it every year, right? Well, I mean, that was based on a
Yep.
very specific colonel who really enjoyed the idea and like kept doing it and kept it going and stuff like that. But the idea is that it's a cover-up. They actually did see Santa Claus, and now they're searching for Santa Claus. And then in Nixon's, they finally get their chance to go after him. And
Love that.
yeah. So, and because he's doing communist things, he's flying around in his red suit and giving toys to people for free and giving hope to the poor.
But
Yeah,
it turns
yeah.
out he's been distributing
No,
free
that's
copies
fantastic.
of Mein Kampf.
Well, they
Santa's a
follow him.
Nazi.
The idea is that they follow him to the North Pole, looking for the workshop, looking for all this stuff, and then they realize that there is a portal from the North Pole to the moon.
Yeah.
And yes,
Beautiful.
and then they have to nuke the moon in order to try and stop Santa Claus and his communist regime.
Love that. Love the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
How does that?
Yeah,
That's
Before we
fantastic.
get- Before we get too much farther down any more bits and ideas.
I mean, these are previews for another episode.
Oh yeah, definitely. Next episode, we'll be discussing Communist Santa and how Nixon wants to nuke him.
boudin, sausage, low country morals.
The economy,
Elves, Santa Clauses.
elves, Santa Clauses, Nordic elves,
Scrimp.
Swedish elves, French
The Easter
elves.
Bunny, Tooth Fairies.
Pleiadians. No, so basically for the original idea, what kind of a ceremony did you want it to be that they get dragged back?
Well, it has to be, I think, a Eucharist.
like
They're
yeah.
devouring
Yeah, it's a
the
mass.
body and-
It's just
yeah.
a mass.
Alright.
I think that's what's
Yeah.
happening is that
Yeah.
there is a mass going on.
Well, it could be the mass. It could be the mass, or part of what happens to the interviewer is that they are then made into the body and blood for the Eucharist.
Or they become the head of it.
Actually, that
Like if they absorb the second in command's soul, and then become
well,
basically kick out, or they try to the leader is exposed as a false prophet by the second in command, and then imprisoned, and then he escapes, and that's how he's trying to get away, and that's why he's not at the mass. Why the mass is being led by the second in command.
Well, we already had them running into the leader, but I like Ben having his body be the Eucharist. So they have you have the altar, right? And then when they lay out the Eucharist, one of the pieces is just his fucking head.
Like just his head, or go and even.
And then they have the arms and legs and the fingers like cut up and like he's been butchered.
Hear me out on this. It's a body swap. The second in command removes the soul and takes the body of the interviewer, but he still has his old body.
Exactly, which he then sacrifices.
So he serves up.
Drink of my body, of my blood.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're getting it the same way.
And then, inevitably can't stop it at the climax of this Eucharist. The interviewer's body, as piloted by the second in command, snaps the Eucharist, snaps the wafer, and then behind him, moon goes off.
Okay, so maybe the wafer is like, maybe the second in command has like a very specific tattoo, and then when you see the wafer, it's obviously like a chicharron crisped up version of the skin from the tattoo.
That's great. Fuck yeah!
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, he fucking flayed his own tattoo off to use as the fucking.
That could be part of it, is that when they remove the tattoo and he lifts it above himself, we see the tattoo form on the interviewer body.
Yes.
Just to kind of give that, it's a perpetuation. And then, snap.
Yeah.
Chicharron.
That's a great way to describe it, though, because that's what it would be.
I mean, either like a chicharron, or he's holding it from the top and just tears the skin in half.
And it could be a tear, but I love the idea of the crunch. Oh yeah, like the Eucharist, like
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah, because then you get like with the crunch too, you get little like pieces flying off too. Like,
exactly.
You get that when you crunch a chip. Yep. All right, and then the moon explodes, and then post credit is the driving away leader monologuing to the camera that's just pointed in the rearview mirror that he doesn't know is on. Then, fuck, I was right.
Oh fuck, I was right.
Even just I was right. I was right.
I was right.
Yeah, he's just celebrating, and then maybe Space Rock just hits him.
Oh yeah.
That Coach O'Connell.
Fuck you, Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen ain't got shit on me.
Hansen ain't got shit on me. All right, so this is a workable outline right now. We have achieved.
So is it
linearity?
Do we revisit this in any way, or is it?
Yeah. So this is now we're getting to the segment called "Show Your Work," where we go through the major beats of the story and any relevant plot points that we came up with, just to show the viewers how the story will flow before it gets put into an official outline.
Awesome.
Were you all taking notes? This is a pop quiz.
Not enough notes.
I think I took.
No, you're
enough.
fine. Wonderful. You're both A+ students. You're allowed to learn your own ways. Yeah. Yes.
No one will let me go to the bathroom without a supervisor.
I can't congratulate myself.
Yes, this year might be better than last.
No more counting crows. We've counted all the crows we need to count.
I've been hanging around this town
Fuck you.
way too long.
Mr. Jones and me.
I will fucking leave.
Jim Jones and me?
What's the one?
Oh, Jim
What's the one from Shrek
Jones
2?
and me.
Pave Paradise?
Pictures.
Oh, it accidentally.
Oh, yeah. Woof. Wow.
Alright, so we have...
Nostalgia.
This is... Mega Blood Moon, Eucharist of the Malcontent.
Oh, I accidentally wrote down Eucharist Maledictum. I thought that, I guess that just sounded snappier in my head.
They both work. Let me write down Eucharist Maledictum.
Maledictorian?
No.
No.
Oh,
Because the Malleus, was it the... What was the thing that was... It translates to the Hammer of Witches. Is that the Malleus Malefictorum or something like that? Maledictum?
I'm gonna be real with you. Maledictum just
How many
sounds threatening
Malamars
because
can-
it has mal, which is bad in Latin, and dictum, which is dictum in Latin.
it's speech. It's the Eucharist of bad speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, what's...
They both
Or Eucharist of bad writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah!
Maledictat. Yeah, that'd be
Here it
Eucharist,
is.
Eucharist Maledictat,
Eucharist
right?
Malapellus.
Oh, that sounds
Eucharist
gross.
of bad skin.
All right. I'll go blow by blow what I have written down. You stop me and add in whatever you want.
Let's
Whenever
start
you
this
want.
off with Jim Jones is in the soup.
Jim Jones is in the soup. All right. So this one is based around 2012 is the apocalypse. And there is a con artist running a quote-unquote Mayan death cult to try to usher in a new era of the Mayan calendar. So for major characters, we have the cult leader, we have his second in command, and then we have the documentary camera crew that the cult leader has contracted to do a puff piece for. Or it's, what was the other? Actually, no, I liked it better when you said it was
thesis.
Yeah, master's thesis. Like the main interviewer found out about this cult through a friend and was like, talked him into letting him shoot.
Found out
their
about the
beliefs
cult
so
through
they
a
could
Vogue
propagate him.
article.
Sure. A Vogue article.
I read about them in a number of different publications. What publications? Vogue? What?
What other
Sky Mall?
publications?
Sharper Image.
And a different issue of Vogue.
Yeah.
All right.
BuzzFeed?
So we were. I read it in a BuzzFeed listicle. They were number 5. So we find out that this isn't the first time. This isn't the first cult that the con artist leader has done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had that bit. As I think having that as part of the setup, where they're like, "Look, nothing bad's going to happen there. Here's footage from his last cult. Like, see, like it's whatever. This guy's just a whack job.
As toothless.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's fucking harmless. They're probably just doing like weird hippie sex shit. That's what all
As
weird
long as
hippie
it's all
cults
adults,
do.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Cameraman,
Like, we
what
see
if it
anything
isn't
illegal,
all adults?
Then we get the fuck out of there and report to the CPS. Like, what do you want from me? My thesis. I got to get this done. I need the grade.
What do you mean? I need this to graduate. My committee needs to review this. Okay.
All right, so then you do some like just easy breezy shots of like talking to random cult members, looking over the compound where they're quote unquote working the fields or whatever. or getting prepped for the big ceremony. Who knows? And then that leads into sorry, I'm moving down here. Oh yeah, them meeting the second in command, and slowly over the course, slowly is a relative term when the movie can only be 90 minutes long at max, right? But like you immediately get the sense that something's not right with the second in command. And then that's when it's revealed they kidnapped the scientists. And you're like, shit. The camera, that's, you get the panic from the documentary crew. They're like, shit, they're actually up to something fucking illegal. All right, and then you show the panic on the actual cult leader who's trying to devise his
finding
exit
out
plan.
at the same time that this has happened.
Yeah. Like, Master, you didn't call this meeting? No, I thought you called this meeting. Who called the meeting? And then second in command comes in with with the prisoners at gunpoint.
And they get in some trouble because the cult leader points at them and points at the interview crew and goes, "They've discovered this. They're interlopers." Adds some tension between the cult and those people, so now they're in danger.
Well, I think they were always in danger.
I feel like the kidnapping is a major turning point in how much danger they were in.
Oh yeah. But now they can't leave because they know too much. It's not a danger interloper. It's like, now you work for us because you know too much, just like that. So that's what keeps them there.
There's also the idea of maybe that's develops over time, but like either Stockholm syndrome or a genuine interest by the second in command. By the documentary,
for sure,
like the interviewer.
Yeah, and that's a great. You can kill two birds with one stone. We're like, yeah, you guys work for us now, and the interviewer's like, of course we do. Like, why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, you guys are, I love what you guys are doing here.
And at first you think it, like, maybe it's posed as, or like the camera guy and the audio guy think that it's still part of a ruse to try
and they go along with it because they
he's just they think he's playing along to not get fucking shot after they
exactly.
Some time goes by and they're like, all right, how are we getting out of here? And the interviewer's like, what?
What?
Exactly.
No, Malefax just offered to show me his private quarters. We're gonna get some footage inside there. How often do you meet a man that powerful, so close to the pinnacle? I mean, he's the right-hand guy.
There was something driving me to come here, and I do believe that. And we're going to meet in his private quarters. Keep rolling. Come on.
Yeah, I can feel it in my bones.
I can feel it right in my plums.
Yeah. All right. So we have that scene, which is they shoot one of the kidnapped people. It becomes clearly apparent that the other ones won't know how to do what they're trying to do, but it doesn't matter. The interviewer buys in. The cult leader is now actively doing his best to get the fuck out the second he's out of that room. They go down with Malefax to see his inner sanctum or whatever. He takes over the body of the camera or of the host. The camera crew try to leave. They run into the fleeing cult leader who is filling an SUV or whatever car with everything of value. He takes off and rips the camera away from them, so they're like, fuck. And then the cult sees this happening, grabs them, brings them to the ceremony. Ceremony is being led by who used to be the interviewer, but is now the second in command, having taken over his body. They are serving the second in command's old body as the Eucharist. He cracks the chicharron of his tattoo. Moon explodes.
The chicharron! Yeah, that's pretty much what I have written down.
Beautiful.
The only thing that you didn't have that I have is Jim Jones is in the soup. Second in command is stirring the soup.
Yeah, I don't have that explicit verbiage.
I fucked up that you don't.
I apologize.
We're supposed to be a team.
I know, we're supposed to be a team, and I fucked up.
Zach has
the team down
that
the worm?
exact thing written.
I do not.
Don't correct me.
I certainly
Do not correct me.
No, he 100%
honestly
has it.
Don't let him
I'm
lie.
Do not
honestly
correct
at,
me.
like, the leader runs into the crew. It's stabbed there.
The only thing I have written down is Chichiro. I wrote that down right at the beginning, and I've been begging for a way to work it in.
Tattoo Chichiro.
Just panicking. Tattoo Chichiro. Just sitting there, sweating bullets. Wait, and then he breaks it like a Chicharon.
Dabbing at his temples with a bunched up handkerchief. All right, gentlemen. I think, barring digressions involving swamp-gate monsters and crocodile monsters, we have achieved a Mega Blood Moon.
We have indeed made a Mega Blood Moon. Hats off all around, and to those of you listening at home, or to those of us listening right here. If you'd like to take a crack at writing that script, you are more than welcome to. Otherwise, look forward to hearing about or seeing the Eucharist Malapellus.
And if you don't credit us as concept and story by, get ready to hear from our lawyers.
I really put an asterisk after that guy.
Yeah, it's air quotes, really. It's lawyer.
Honestly...
Works on contingency, question mark? No, money down, period.
It is italicized, scare quotes, and gray font.
Have you seen Suits? It's kind of like that. Like I don't know if he passed the bar, but he's got some knowledge.
We do have an autist in our corner. That's what we're saying. We got a really great autistic guy.
He ain't passed the bar, but you know a little bit, enough that you can't leave.
Exactly. That's it. Yes.
Clown college is still a college.
Try telling my loan.
It's just you in a bank and the bank person shaking their head.
You are in full clown garb.
Tears up your
it just takes your nose off.
I'm furiously trying to tie a black balloon into a gun.
That's pretty great.
Just keep making dogs instead.
Tears streaming down your eyes as the police lights flash through the window. The loan officer, holding his hands up, looks at you with nothing but pity.
And then you shoot him.
Well, that's all the time we have
Good
for
night,
today, folks.
everybody.
And thank you for listening to the inaugural episode of the Mega Blood Moon podcast. If you want to catch us online, you can find us at megabloodmoon.com, instagram.com/sanguinemoonbase, and if you want to contact the creators of this horrific franchise, you can email us at afearsomewizard@megabloodmoon.com or unknown_Italian@megabloodmoon.com. Thanks for listening, and we hope to catch you next time for the light. Mega Blood Moon.